Hello, and welcome back to the Game of the Month. I'm Dr. Todd Wolynn, and we are at our favorite place for games, Games Unlimited. Now, you might notice something different. I'm not wearing a mask. 1, because I'm vaccinated completely. 2, because the cameraman is completely vaccinated. And 3, we're following CDC guidelines. So you'll see that Kylie, game store owner here at Games Unlimited, is also unmasked along with our other game players who he will introduce. And I suggest call the game store before you come if you want to find out what the up-to-date policy is going on at that very moment. But let's go play a game here. So Kylie, Primus, can you introduce our game players for this game?
Yes, so we have Chandra, manager here at Games Unlimited, and of course we know Dr. Wolynn, and this is my lovely wife, Renee. And we are going to be playing a game called Brilliant or BS.
Now, just for clarification purposes, Renee, we've never met before today. You've never beat me in a game before today, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
First time for everything.
So Brilliant or BS is a trivia game, a nice little small box trivia game. But the great thing about it is it combines trivia with a little bit of bluffing and social deduction. So what's going to happen is we're going to take turns. I'll go first. I will draw a card from this deck. And you see the cards are multiple choice cards. And they're different categories. There's sports, technology, all sorts of different categories. But I will draw this card. And I will ask a question of the other players. And the multiple choice, I will say A is such and such, B is such and such, C is such and such. They have 10 seconds to choose their answer secretly. So, like, I chose my answer is B, I'll put it face down, that's my answer. Okay. So everyone has chosen what they believe the answer is. But now my job is to figure out who really knows the answer and who definitely doesn't know the answer. I'm going to do that by each of them explaining to me why they know the answer. They, of course, cannot tell me the answer, but they will explain what in their background, what is it about them that lets them know, I got this, I know this answer. I will hand out a Brilliant card to the person that I'm pretty sure knows it, and a BS card to the person that I'm pretty sure doesn't know it. Players, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Why do you keep looking at me?
Here is the question. Per team, how many players are allowed on the field during a soccer game? 10, 11, or 13? A is 10, B is 11, C is 13. How many players are allowed on the field during a soccer game? Okay, everyone has their choices down. So I'm just going to go around the table. Chandra, tell me why you know the answer to this.
I was on my elementary school soccer team when I was 9 years old.
I'm not sure elementary school students know how to count, so we'll see about that.
I'm an avid sports enthusiast, and I was told that the number of people that can be fielded on the soccer field is the same as the football field, and I am very familiar with the football field number of players.
I lived in South America for a couple of years where they call soccer football and they breathe it like Pittsburgh breathes the Steelers.
So this is a little tricky one because I am going to rely a little bit on what I know about the players, but that's actually a fun part of the game. I do know the story about living in Bolivia. I do believe that Renee knows and has the correct answer. We don't reveal yet, so I'm giving her the Brilliant card. As for the BS...
They're married. Literally, they're married. Okay, this just doesn't seem right. But go ahead. And they've worked together and then known each other for how long?
Oh, over 10 years.
Yeah.
So they may as well be married.
Married. I'm really trusting about this game. Let's go.
Well, this is the thing. Chandra doesn't strike me as knowing anything about soccer. I know he's not much for football, but I do know he has played hockey. So he's got some sports ball. And I didn't like the way your eyes moved around when you were giving your explanation. So I'm going to give the BS card right here.
Okay, how's this?
We will start with the person that we have no extra skin in the game. Chandra, what was your decision? What was your choice?
I put B.
11 players.
B11, which is in fact the correct answer. Dr. Wolynn. B11. And B11. Okay, so they all got it correct, which means each of them does get 2 points. Getting it correct. I, on the board, get a point. 1 point for correctly predicting who knew it right, but I lose a point for incorrectly putting out the BS card. So I am at a net 0 for the round.
Okay.
All
I
right.
like this game so far. I'm
So
doing
up.
you're beating Kylie right
You
now.
are winning.
I am. We gotta go one round. So let's see.
We all know what happened with class.
Yes, we do. Don't make me
Get excited.
I'm still not done with my therapy for that whole game session.
All right. Renee, I will have you go next.
Okay. What sport was created by Native Americans as a religious and recreational activity? Lacrosse, A. B, tug of war. Or C, wrestling. All right, we're gonna start over here.
Well, I was a biology major, but I minored in Native American studies. So, I'm very confident in my answer. This is not right.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I have been reading, and there are multiple witnesses in here right now, Native American histories lately, including Native American religious books, such as those by Dr. Vine Deloria Jr. So
You're just making up names.
I feel pretty confident about this.
My freshman year of college, I was introduced to this particular sport and learned a little bit of the history of it, and I knew that particular factoid.
We've just met, but I'm pretty sure.
Minored in Native American Studies?
Well,
That's where you went?
I didn't know where to go with that. I figured I'd have some fun.
And Kylie, while I believe your answer, and I suspect that you know the correct answer, I believe that
the name
Chandra
dropping.
is more. You know, he had me before the name.
And the correct answer was?
The correct answer is, well, let's see what you put first.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
And it is lacrosse. You were all correct.
We are all very smart.
So, what is the highest Michelin star rating a restaurant can earn?
Okay.
What are the A, B, and C?
A, 3 stars. B, 4 stars. C, 5 stars. I will start with Renee. How did you come to your answer so confidently? Or not confidently?
I needed more time to come up with that justification. I'm just gonna pass.
Chandra!
All right. I've been listening to a podcast lately, and it's not normally a food podcast, but they've been dipping their toes in. One of the guys recently ate at a 3 Michelin star restaurant, and they were talking about how many of each star there are in the world to kind of put in perspective what a 3-star means.
And Kylie, how have you come to the...
My first job, I was a bus person at an Italian restaurant that did have a Michelin rating, and I also know how stressful it was because they were trying to increase their Michelin rating during the year that I was there. So I know a little bit about that.
I will give you the brilliant card, I will give Renee the BS card, and we will go from there. Review your
That's
cards.
fair.
C was the 5-star, I believe.
The answer, A, 3 star.
Oh wow.
All right, last round.
The electricity used to power electric cars is measured in what? A, kilohertz hours, B, kilowatt hours, or C, megawatt hours? I want Kylie on the hot seat first.
So I'm ashamed to admit this, but there is a little part of me that kind of wants a Tesla.
So I work with engineering students at Pitt in their composition program, and every spring I read research papers about recent innovations in engineering and technology, and so my information is based on all of that reading.
Okay, just gonna note, she actually made eye contact.
High school science fair, automotive tech combined. We did this in high school, so.
And of
Electric
course,
cars
you
didn't
did,
exist when you were in high school.
He minored in electric cars.
Let's get to the answer, shall
All
we?
right, Kylie, sorry, buddy. I just didn't buy it.
Wait, Kylie got the BS card?
My own teammate is not rooting for me in this game. So like,
It's actually a little rough between you two, but Renee did the best eye contact.
I would give her the
right.
card. Oh my goodness.
Wow, all right, you were all correct.
Woohoo! I guessed!
Kilowatt hours.
Did we all tie?
So we've each got 2 points, and Chandra got zero.
I net zero on this round, yeah.
So I think.
Although I was correct that you were BSing.
You were.
You still got the answer
lose.
right.
I didn't lose.
You see, I don't come to this game store for confidence building, but I do come here for fun. And I will say, brilliant or BS, fun game. How many players can you play at one time?
Up to 6.
Ages?
It says 14 plus. I mean, it's just going to depend on your trivia knowledge. I would say
And-
it's definitely more.
We've gotten you 2 other games over our series here, but price?
This one is $19.99.
Ah, well done. Games Unlimited, brilliant or BS, highly recommended. Again, play a game.